Okay, so I am here on Skyfactory 4. I've first tried to play this version of Skyfactory like, I don't know, a year ago, and I kind of just rage quit because the mods didn't work very well together in my experience, and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do, which kind of like stifled the creativity that I was wanting to have. So yeah, but here I am again, and I'm hoping to start up a new one. So this is the world name. We'll call it giving you one more chance. And I don't know why the capitalization's like that for. And what's the seed? It'll be what I have for breakfast. Bacon, broccoli. I don't know if I spelled broccoli right. And bacon, broccoli, eggs, butter. And that's the seed. I think, yeah, we'll start out with the classic mode. Survival, no bonus, chest, generate structures, or whatever. I'm pretty sure that this should do. Oh no, I'm not doing prestige. I heard about that. And I think that should be everything. While falling, your character may change position. What? Bonsai trees and hopping bonsai pots. Yeah, so I know about the bonsais. I think I actually kind of like the bonsais a bit better than I like the magical crops. Magical crops. I was actually never really a big fan of those in the earlier versions. I think that magical crops was around in, what was it, 1 point? Oh, sorry, no. In Skyfactory 1, 2, and 3. The magical crops, but they also had sieving back then. I think they got rid of that as well. So that's right. Yes, we started with dirt. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's I haven't done any of the this stuff yet. So put this up to bright so we can see when it gets dark. I don't even no idea what map does. Where's the GUI? Here we go. Small? No. Normal? That's nice. That's better. Let's just turn those up because I can. And I think that should be okay. Okay. Oh, we've jammed. We'll just give it a moment. But basically, yeah, I'm returning to a more recent version of Skyfactory because Skyfactories have got to be probably my favorite mod packs to play for Minecraft. They've been there for me when I've needed them, and they've I don't know, it's just something that's really peaceful about just kind of starting out in the midst of a void, and I guess just the infinite potential that comes with that. It reminds me of what was it called? Tikuti, or Tikuri. I'm probably butchering that. I'm so sorry, but it's to do with like, I guess, like an infinite nothingness, and infinite nothingness is infinite potential. Something to that effect. Again, probably butchering things. Okay, so we're back in the game. Let's see if we can just. Okay, excellent. And we'll just chuck that up there so it doesn't all disappear. Got those hacks. Does this have tinkers? Yep, it does. Classic. And just as all of these starts go, the slabs and the table. It's also just like really humble beginnings as well, you know. Starting out in the nothingness. How'd that? Okay, so here's my platform. We want to be able to make sure that any leaves they drop, you know. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make a crook, don't I? Do I have enough? Yes, okay. Oh my goodness. Hey. Yes, okay, okay, that's... I almost screwed that up. Okay, so... Oof. Yeah, that's a good job. Okay, and... I guess you want to plant that, and... if I remember right, you make dirt by combining the resin and the acorns together. Just take any. Here we go. Do I have enough? Yep, we've got enough for an extra dirt. How far do we want to place these apart? At least 4 or 5, so I want to get some more wood first. Hold on, we can make some of those. Do that, get the maximum amount. Okay, so they grow about 2, so if we go 2 and do another 2, doesn't matter if the leaves touch, I guess, because then we can just vein mine them real quick. And that is... ta-da! We have our 1 torch as well. Put that there. And we've got a twerk. Twerk, twerk. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, oh. Okay, cool. Got some more saplings and whatnot. I think, actually, yeah, because of the acorns and stuff like that, I think it does replace the sieving and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I guess yeah, Skyfactory 4 does introduce a different progression. And that progression never got me down when I was playing, to be clear. It was very much just... what was the mod specifically that annoyed me? Because its functionality, like it was a cool kind of mod because there was lots and lots of things that it added, but those things I guess weren't as polished as I would have liked, and so when it came to sort of using them in conjunction with other mods and whatnot, it just didn't function the way as one would hope. It just became really quite frustrating. So we need petrified resin. I think I remember some of this progression actually. Using some of the, I remember there's a thing from Tinkers that you use. You put I think like an acorn or something like that, or maybe the sapling on like a drying rack, and it makes it petrified. And I think from there you can get to like basically from wood to stone. And it's just like I guess forms like ways of like processing and whoops. What is it? Yeah, processing the things you get from the trees, and oh no, a slab! No. Processing the things that you get from the trees and the variations that you get from those things to essentially, yeah, to progress. Okay, so doing all right for food so far as well, which is nice. Oh wait, I was supposed to make a crook. But yeah, so, and I think also, what was it with the oh wait, that's right. No, there was a new thing where they added so that things they get to a broken state as well. And I remember being really confused about that initially. I didn't know how it worked or how it was intended to work, and so I don't think I used it for the longest time. I think I ended up just throwing shit off the edge. But I think what you're supposed to do with the broken things is you just kind of add. I think if you just like add like a slab or a stick or no. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can repair them using sticks and stuff like that. Okay, so we're on a roll here. Let's see. What's this? We got this. And if we go uses here, I think we will see that there is a use in the... Am I wrong? You can get water out of it using the crushing tub. That's right. Yeah, there's some... It was really quite interesting. I remember being quite fascinated with it when I first started this out. You can... it does smelting. You can wash it to get a normal sapling. Come on, what was the thing? Or maybe it was with the... I think it was with the resin then. Uses... you get a clay sapling from petrified resin. How do you get a petrified acorn around that? And the acorn... Ah, yes, there you go. See, the acorn is what you put onto the drying rack thing. And then that's combination. You use that to get to the next tier. Okay, that's fine. So we know what we're doing. We'll just... I reckon we'll get this kind of platform sort of... so that there's two blocks outwards from each of the dirt sources. All the way around, and then we will start to progress from there. You know, like it's really interesting trying to actually describe exactly what it is that my mind has in the abstract for my plans to, you know, for what to do next. Because I guess I'm very much used to just doing it in my own mind. So complete this platform, and then we'll get the acorns for the next tier. Come on. Alright. I should probably make an axe as well. But this works well, so I don't really mind. Plant you. And let's save a little bit for the crook. And I think this should be more than enough to complete the platform. Excellent. Ah, yes. Okay. Next stage. So, do we want to be forever just kind of crafting things in the ground, or do we want something better for ourselves? This doesn't actually do anything, I don't think. Wait, does it have an infinity enchant on it? Is that useful at some point? I don't know. Maybe I will stash it. I'll protect it from. Oh yeah, we'll protect it from being thrown into the void or being crafted into something and losing what that enchant is. I don't think it's useful. I think it's just like it's a gimmick, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, something novel about keeping maybe these early stage items. Okay, how do we want to design the first part of this sort of base? Look at that, just nothing but void. Nothing but void. If we fall down there, I'm going to be very upset. Also, this cloud and sky is interesting. Because it's like if there was no Minecraft clouds, you can sort of see the kind of puffy. Do they move? Or do they stand still? Let's just watch for a second. Does it ever become nighttime either? That's an interesting thought actually as well. Like what? It hasn't gotten nighttime at all, has it? My memory. I don't even know. I gotta pay attention. Okay. So we've got donuts. We've got some of these. Oh wait, we've got an advancement book as well. Oh, that's right. Completely forgot about this. So, yep. Eating dirt. You can cook the acorns. Wouldn't know how to cook them at this point though, because we need to get a furnace for that, right? Hardwood. Craft a petrified sapling. Rustic. Okay. I think, yeah, we'll just sort of set up like a. This will be like our like early stage kind of crafting storage kind of area. So this will be sort of like what would you call this? I'm not going to name it anything. It can just be whatever it needs to be. So let's see if we can get this table back from here. Yay! Would have been tragic if we lost that. Okay, cool. And these are all growing. That's fine. Okay, so let's get into tinkers. Let's do some tinkers. If I remember right. Yes. Okay. Cool. Kind of funny how huge they made the entities for those. They're almost like the same size as the thing. You know, whereas everything else is kind of like sized down significantly, but these are just like huge for some reason. And when you hold them in your hands as well, you can see it in the corner. But like, look how massive it is. Just the little quirks. I'm gonna lose all these leaves. Oh, it's broken. All right, we will. Oh no, there it goes off the edge. I guess I've got to make these. Got to make this perimeter a bit bigger. In the meantime, we were going to. That's right, do some tinkers. And it does go nighttime. Look at that. Ah, yes. The little swirls and stuff in the sky. I think. What was it? Because I was playing on 2.5 most recently. There was a lot more kind of going on in the sky in 2.5, but there was this funny thing that would happen where the stars over a period of time would kind of like all sort of like align and become like create like they would like sort of like encircle the moon and create this really weird sort of like effect as if you were kind of like warp traveling through space or something. Don't think that was an intended thing, but it was interesting. So we need a chest. Let's get a normal chest as well. By that I mean because I'm making one for tinkers and one for thing. Okay. What was the other stuff that you need to make? part builder, but oh wait, yeah, you get the crafting table version. Yep, here we go. Okay. It's I think Tinkers has changed as well since, you know, 1.7.10. God, honestly, like, because I have played mod packs since 1.7.10, you know, like post 1.7.10, but I just I was one of those people that kind of lagged, that really lags behind in with mod packs, and so I'm still kind of like used to those, and it's kind of weird because this has been out for like years now. You know, was it 1.7.10 is like what, like 6 years old? It's at least 5. It's like, you know, 5 or so years old, and like kind of sad that I sort of stuck playing those for so long. Okay, let's get so how there's like an order I prefer to do this in. So we want to make, so yeah, the stencil table, which is the thing that you make the stencils out of, that you then use on the parts to make the, you know, you use for the parts, and you store the parts into there. And can I get away with putting that there and then that like that? Oh, it might come off the side. Let's find out. No, okay, cool. Yes, and so all the things you can access from the same point. That's cool. That's really cool. And we'll just kind of plonk a chest up there. Okay, cool. So the point of doing that was because I wanted to have like a... These things are growing at night. That's handy. The reason why I wanted to have sort of like a initial kind of thing over here set up is because it's nice to have a wall to put the things to dry from. You know, to have this the drying racks on them. So if you kind of just chuck this stuff up here like that. It's also nice to have like a bookcase and stuff like that. So what is it that we dry? Is the acorn? Yes, it is. And what do we use that acorn for again? To make the sapling. Yes, we put it around a dirt sapling. Okay, so I want to make a couple more of those. We want to make 4, right? So 2. 3, 4. Okay, sweet. And we will chuck them up like that. So when they will be ready relative to each other. And light source. Keep us warm. Hey, look at that, the particles are different as well. Pretty sure that's a mod. Actually, if I remember right, even when it rains as well, they make it sort of like blocky instead of sort of 2D and whatnot. They make it you know, 3D, and they give it different particles. Just little things like that that I guess are like the icing on the cake for mod packs. Okay, so can we get a bookcase or some sort of item thing? No, it's like a, what would it be, like a shelf? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, classic. Bibliocraft. Wonderful. And ta-da! And this is where our book and stuff will remain. So once that's ready, the wait, does it make petrified? Yeah, it does. And petrified makes petrified sapling. And that's for making, yes, cobblestone. Okay, yeah, and then we can obviously make a what's it called? A furnace from there. Okay. Oh, they're ready. Okay, so uses, what? Dirt? Oh no, yeah, uses. And oh wait, oh, we're supposed to make 8. Whoops, that's allowed. Well, good thing we got 4 there. We'll just continue farming this in the meantime. I wonder if I could make a tinker's axe. Actually, that'd be handy. I don't know if you can make it out of wood or not. And so this is the tool rod. Okay, cool. Let's see if it'll let me. Yes. Okay, wonderful. It won't let me make the binding out of it. Oh wait, whoops. Cool. And obviously, oh, you'd think a stick would be enough, but clearly it's not. Okay, cool. There we go. And we'll grab that and we'll dump it all into here. And we combine these parts in the station. Ta-da! My first tinker's tool. Wonderful. Yeah, it's slightly faster. That's nice though. Yes, be not to put things in your left hand. Ah, yes. The things that you really take for granted after you've had it for a while. Okay, so how are we doing for hunger? This is 2, 2. Yeah, let's eat. And these are now ready. Wonderful. Okay, and that's right, you surround the dirt sapling, I think it was. That, excellent. Ah, got a little bit of XP. I think also we'll extend this platform a bit because we realise that it is possible to lose some items off the edge here. Mainly if the crook breaks and we got to use it and the leaves are close to the edge. It's possible to lose items that way. And here chimes in that chill and nostalgic Minecraft music. That's another thing that I liked about Skyfactory modpacks, is it kind of combines the very chill yeah, just those kind of chill atmospheric Minecraftness with the solitude of the void, and I don't know, it's just a nice kind of peacefulness, you know? It is kind of odd as well to be having myself kind of recording and doing a type of stream thing, because it's like an intrusion on that, on the solitude that I'd usually have here. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, no one's watching the stream, and so it's like, there's like a, it's abstract. There is no actual intrusion. It's like it's like I'm intruding on myself then in that sense. But yeah, so such is the grind now. I guess we should see if we can make a furnace at this point. Uses. That's why you can make amber. I know amber has a use at some points, but not sure what. Make stone tools. Can you make slab furnaces? Yes, you can. Classic. Use slabs. Okay. That would mean I would only actually really need 4. And then if I go like this, whoops, and like that, bam, and now we have the classic slab furnace. Wonderful. And then from there I could actually start making some food, right? Out of the acorns. Let's just make some more dirt first, though. Okay, cool. We need more acorns. What does the book say? So yeah, eating dirt, that's what it's called. In that case then, let's get some dirt saplings on the side, petrifying the other. I'm trying to remember what storage mods were on here as well. I know there was like I think it was giant chests. Was it giant chests in here? Compact machines. Giant's pickaxe. No. Oh, Twilight Forest, that's cool. I think actually I did visit that, at least in creative mode, when I was last playing. Temperature's dropping in my room though, so I'm be back in a second. Just gonna put on some layers. Alright. Brief intermission is over. God, adjusting this mic. Because I put a beanie on, so I got this this little headset that I have over it. And just fidgeting with it, and I can see it going red in the recording. Alright, I think I'm comfortable and warm again. So where were we? We were... that's right, we're getting a little bit more dirt, trying to expand, and... that's right, we're going to eat dirt. So... how are we going to cook it? Actually, yeah, it would be good to make some... oh, because we could also make some more torches now that we have, now that we have a furnace, which would be nice. We could put that beside each tree. So I'd say let's do that first, and then we can maximize the fuel that we're using. So we get that going, and let's get some more logs in the meantime. Yeah, you know, one of the reasons why I'm doing recordings now as well is because, I mean, this quarantine's fucking boring, and it's just like, I guess, a way to sort of switch things up with what I'm doing, because I guess my plan to get through it all was just to play video games, and I guess that can only go so far before it's kind of like, well, what am I going to do at this point? I guess I could, you know, buy some more games and whatnot. There's also been sort of like, I guess, a little bit of motivation stuff that's been changing as well to play certain games, and like whether or not I would, you know, if that would be changed all of a sudden if I had different games. I just kind of, I guess, didn't want to end up, you know, buying a game or two and being like, I still have this kind of lack of motivation thing. Whereas I guess with this, it's sort of like, I don't know, it just changes something. I'm not sure what, I'm not sure why, but it does. Let's get these things nice and ready for torches, eh? We'll put them along like that. Hey. And so here we are, changing things up. And now we got that, and we can do 3, use it to cook exactly, wait, not 18, that was not, yes, perfect. We can use it to cook 8 of those, and we can get enough torches. I think there's actually a thing where you can get tiny torches. Let's see, torch, like half torches or something? Or maybe that was in Skyfactory 3? But stick in sap and it makes a torch. Nice. Yeah, because there was like mini coal or something, I think. Yeah, there you go. See, mini charcoal. I think its use was... no, there wasn't. Okay, so it's just for like using it to smelt a specific amount. You know, so like, because one charcoal smelts 8 things, and so if you take a charcoal and you make the mini charcoal out of it, you can now, you know, if you chuck, you know, 3 items in instead of using one charcoal that will then be wasted, you know, losing out on its potential there, it'll just use one of these at a time per item, which is just a nice little added thing here, I guess. Kind of particle effects they added. What's the next frontier after? Oh, actually no, yeah, that should be fine because we get some more dirt. We want to keep that stick, that's right. Yeah, this kind of constant, like, having to like repair this tool. I don't know if it's annoying me or not. Do 8. Because I guess if I had like a station, like, I can show you what I mean. Let's take 2, 3, 4, wait. We'll make 3 of these, right? 3. And oh, you can't. You used to be able to make a slab crafting stations by doing that with crafting tables. What's that's maybe turn it into that first, and then you can make 3. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. Will it let me? No, it won't. Okay. Anyways, I was hoping to basically, double my crafting stations by having more of them. By turning them into slabs, you get 6 instead of 3. Okay, so the idea was that if I have one of these things here, and then I have some sticks around it like that, I can basically just come up to here every time I need to repair it and chuck it in there, and then it should... I'll show you what I mean. See, look, now it's almost broken. We come back here, chuck it in there, bam, repaired. Excellent! Like clockwork. Like clockwork. And that's the thing, yeah, as well, as what I like about, I guess, Skyfactory is, well, it's in the name, factory, right? You make a factory in the void, kind of like out of the nothing. It's really not equal exchange if you think about alchemy and whatnot, but yeah, it's like if you ever watch those videos, how it's made, and they have all these machines, and they lead things to one machine to another machine to another machine, and they press it here and they chop it there, and the videos they kind of go through the whole process of how something is produced in a factory, and this Skyfactory is sort of like that, except you're making it, I always found this is, I guess, why I got into redstone, into Minecraft in the first place, and then also precedingly, well, the preceding technical mod packs, was because I just like the things working like clockwork. I like automation. I like seeing how these automated systems work. Yeah, there's just something really satisfying about it, basically, and I guess building those things as well is quite satisfying, because you work away at it, and then it's completed, and then you get to watch it kind of do its thing. And I guess you get the bonus of it producing things for you or whatever, and then you move on to the next project and whatnot. But yeah, I've got to say, I really like it. So we've been collecting these resources now for a bit, and we want to figure out what the next frontier is. So after petrified sapling, we've got bone saplings and clay saplings on the way. So let's see, clay sapling. So we're still using dirt and petrified resin now. That's cool. That's cool. Let's just make the one, because I'm sure we'll get plenty from it once it's growing. What was the other one though? There was clay, and then there was... what's this? Bone sapling. How do you make a bone sapling? Bone sapling. From bone meal. And bone meal you get from... okay, you can wash gravel. I guess maybe it wants me to make a mob farm. I'm not sure. Craft bone sapling. Obtain bone sapling. Gravel sapling. Ah, okay. Maybe we want to get the gravel sapling first then. Gravel sapling. Acorn. Gravel acorn. You get it from crushing tub. Crushing a petrified. Okay. So, I guess, yeah. I mean, it told us to make one of those, so... I guess it is kind of, yeah, a bit more laid out, some of the progression here. I guess that was, yeah, maybe that was another thing, I guess, about this as well, is that there's a different progression to Skyfactory 2.5. From Skyfactory 2.5 and beforehand, there was, I guess, some... how do I repair this? There was a... there was like a progression line, but it wasn't as linear as, I guess, this is kind of put out, from what I played it from. Where's the clay saplings? Excellent. Let's just replace all these with clay for now, and we'll just get a bunch of clay going. And by that I mean... yeah, there was it seemed like, it felt like there was more paths to get to different points in the game than just, say, like one path. So for example, let's go into the book. You know, you do have to kind of, I mean, there's no way to escape, I guess, this first part. And I guess, obviously, the parallel between that progression and, say, Skyfactory, what was it, Skyfactory 2.5, for example, or 2.4, was that you always had to start off with the usual grind, you know, with the getting the tree, getting the saplings, making the barrel, making, you know, composting the dirt, expanding your island that way, and eventually, you know, infecting the tree, getting the string, making the sieves, and then the sieving grind, right? And that was, I guess, the sapling, the kind of progression and grind there. We're gonna make some torches, right? Yeah. Can you do that? No, you can't. Okay. I mean, I guess the difference between that and this right now is that instead of sieving, you're twerking, and what else? Yeah, you're twerking, chopping, and crooking trees, which I guess isn't too much of a difference, but you get wood along the way, which is enables you to expand your island, whereas previously that wasn't necessarily the case. Let's get some more clay going. What was the storage options here? Let's see, storage. No, it's the ME system. Oh, yes, I remember now. Yeah, now one of the big things that made me go, fuck this, and I don't know if that's the case with it still, but what they did to applied energistics, they disabled channels. They disabled channels in applied energistics, and that made me so upset, because honestly, when you get towards the end of, or rather, once you get quite advanced and you're getting quite technical with this mod, with Skyfactory, obviously you do need an ME system, but the way in which you can use an ME system to you know, in conjunction with automation and item distribution, and even, you know, even with your power networks and stuff, it's amazing. But it requires using the mechanics of, you know, the mechanical limitations of an ME system, of what's it called? Where's the ME control? This might not even have the ME control. Let's see. We go at applied. Yeah, where is it? It might have been taken away because they disabled channels. But basically, you had to work within the limitations of that, and you can only make, you know, an ME control. Was it 7 by 7 by 7, and you had to sort of like design it, and there was just, I don't know. But what I'm getting at is that there was a limitation there, and that limitation, you know, didn't stop you from doing things. It just meant that you had to work with the mod and design things in a particular way, you know, and that sort of way in which you had to sort of design things meant that it actually felt like you were working with a system. Felt like you were working with a computer, with hardware and stuff like that, you know. It felt like you were actually doing something, whereas without the limitations of channels and stuff. And I guess, I know some people don't like it, you know, it's not their cup of tea. But without that, it meant that you sort of just kind of plonk things down and it just kind of works. And it's, yeah, I guess it's like the magical box thing, because I don't know, I mean, I like computing. I like messing around with code. I like the technical side of things. And when that got taken away, I was just kind of like, you know what, screw this. I think when I guess, you know, if I do get up to this point in this mod pack, if I don't decide that it's not for me again at some point, and I do it up to applied energistics, I think I will control. Yeah, see, oh, there it is. Not. Yeah, the only got the futuristic block. I think I will see if I can dig into the config files and change it so that channels are enabled, because it's just it's such an awesome time to mess around with that part of the mod. Okay, so where are we now? We've gotten lots of clay. We want to get the bone, so we had to make the crusher. What was it called again? It was called a crushing tub. Crushing tub. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. Oops. Give me that back. Okay, cool. And so it wanted us to crush something. What was it? To get the gravel, right? It was the petrified, right? You took the petrified acorn into the tub. It does make a little bit of sap, and it makes a gravel acorn. And so we use the gravel. Okay. A clay petrified. Bam. Wait, oh, how many did I put in there? Okay, we want... How many do we want out of this? Because we want... we want to make at least four saplings. So we can get started straight away. Gravel, sapling. Okay, so we want 8. So that would be... Actually, no, let's just make the 1 like we have been, because... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because then that way... we won't be... I'm worried about this stuff kind of flying off the edge over here. How do we... let me just... We will furnish this wall here. There we go. Ah, the music's back. Okay. That makes me feel a bit more safer. Okay, so we've got 800 millibuckets of that sap there. And now we have... Where is it? Here it is. Gravel acorn. And we put that around a petrified, I believe? Yep, and now we have... Don't sieve on me. Yeah, see... yeah, that's definitely a reference to, Yeah, I just skim past things. I don't even read them, but they don't... Yeah. Someone was protesting about the sieves. Was it the community? Was it the mod pack creator? Who knows? But that's hilarious either which way. Because we're not using gravel to sieve anymore. So there was a thing, we rinse gravel to get the bone, right? And how do we get water to rinse it with? Let's double check this stuff. So bone sapling, so bone meal, a cauldron. Okay, so we can make cauldron out of all these different snap, where'd it go? Yeah, out of all these different things here. Andesite, diorite, granite, stone, cobblestone. Let's we could just make one out of cobble, but I think it would be nice if we made one out of smooth stone, so let's clay, resin, petrified, yes, okay. Let's make some of this and we can smelt it down. But we need some more of the things. All the stuff is getting jumbled up in here as well, which is why... That's right, we were looking at storage just before I got distracted again. Would be storage drawers? No, because... Drawer... Barrel... No... What was the storage options for in here? I know there was filing cabinets, right? File? Yes, there was filing cabinets, but... I guess we'll just stick with chests for now. Get a second... No, let's get a double chest going. We'll put this somewhere. We'll have it over here. Actually... No, I've got a better idea. We'll actually have it just kind of over here. And we'll have our table over there. And... don't like this gap. Let's can we get it just through there? Excellent. And nothing in there. Cool. Can we get it just behind here? Just a little bit finicky. wonderful. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Bam! Alright, let's chop some of these trees down, and we'll get back onto our storage solutions. Gravel. Yes, that's where we're up to. So let's get all of our dirt stuff together. Resin, petrified resin, clay resin, gravel resin, petrified clay, petrified acorn, gravel acorn, where's this clay, gravel sapling, wait, okay, cool, that's much more orderly now. What I was going to use this chest for, I have no idea. I'm guessing just Tinker's stuff. Let's make another chest to go on top of this one. I just want to have things nice and orderly so I can more easily collect my thoughts. Okay. Excellent. Now let's get our repairing station running again for our crook. Okay, so we were up to making gravel and whatnot, but we wanted to make some water so we could wash when we finally get some gravel blocks. We wanted to wash the gravel and get bone meal out of it. Bone meal. So, oh yeah, but we needed a cauldron for that. But how are we going to get the water from the cauldron into that? What does the book tell us? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we do need to do something with this clay then. Let's see. We should actually, we'll move our repair station. Will it allow us to do that over here? Yeah, that's fine. Why am I getting notifications? One moment. Alright, repair station, and from here we were going to make some clay. Is it this that you make out of? Yeah, okay. So we only need about like one, really. I mean, let's just make a bunch. And then from that, do we got to break it? Oh no, we can just craft it. Okay, sweet. That, and then I think from there it'll let us... Yep, wonderful. And let's get these little tiny charcoals out and let's make ourselves a bucket. And from there we will be able to then move the water, I think we create using one of these things, out into a cauldron. And then we'll be able to do the washing from there. So how do we get water again? Water. No, a dehydrator. Pretty sure there's something with the crusher. Here we go, okay. Cottonwood. Okay, yeah, so you can just use almost any old sapling, really. Let's go into here. Got a bit of flint. We got a lot of dirt saplings, but how much does it actually create? Because we need, was it 1,000 millibuckets? So it makes 100. So we only need to do 10. 3, 10. Which means we need to make another one because this is filled with sapling. I could just break it, but let's keep a hold of it if we can. Let's make ourselves another chest, and we will get ourselves a crafting station next to this one as well. And that should access that chest right there. Okay, wonderful. I and we wanted that to make a, what's it called, a crushing tub. Yeah, rustic is the mod. Excellent, and we can just kind of chuck this there, and we'll put 10 saplings in there, and we will jump up and down, bam, bam, bam. There's actually a faster way to do this as well, I think. If you put like a slab above your head, you won't jump as high. We've got this. Ta-da! Okay, wonderful. And we were going to make a tub. We're going to make a one out of stone, right? It might actually benefit us to make one out of stone now as well, instead of later. Okay. Little particles. Making a little X. Cool. And I think we will want to get some more dirt as well. I want to expand this platform outwards somewhere. Probably in that direction, obviously, because we have all this stuff over here. We've probably got enough. We've probably got plenty of wood for it as well. Actually, do we have building ones? Let's see. I don't know what the hell this is all about. Chiti. I know there's a building tool, but I'm probably a bit away from building that. It also takes building. Wonder the lazy builder. Oh, there's a lot of options there. Ender core. Okay, yeah, that's a bit beyond me. I am getting spam notifications. Well, not spam, but I'm getting a bunch of things. I'm going to be wrapping up this stream soon anyways, but I want to end on, yeah, so I want to make this cauldron, and, oh, I should repair this before we get onto there. Hey, and then once I've made that, we'll put the water into there, and then we will save the rest of that for when I start streaming next. I guess this is going to be an episodic type thing, and I guess I could also come up with sort of like times when I'm going to be streaming and whatnot, and put that into, I guess, the description or whatever of the video when I upload it. Because yeah, that'll help, I guess, during quarantine. It'll help give me like a, oh, I need to be awake for this time, or I need to be ready for this thing, you know, because in the meantime I don't actually have a hell of a lot to be, I guess, order my life around, so it just means I could just stay awake as long as I wanted or whatever, you know, and even though there's consequences for like not sleeping consistently and stuff like that, you know, you start feeling like shit, it's still just kind of just having a thing that sort of I can point towards in my mind just would hopefully make that a bit easier for me. Yeah. So ultimately, even if no one's interested in this pack or whatever, or interested in watching this garbage, ultimately I'm still getting something out of it, which is, I guess, the main thing. Though, I mean, if you are somebody who is watching this and you've liked it, or you've enjoyed it, or you'd like to see more or whatever, absolutely interact with, you know, with the videos, you know, comment on the stuff on YouTube, check out the live streams or whatever. I am not adverse to company, because, I mean, hell, there's a lot of people stuck inside their homes right now. Yeah. Have we got enough? Let's see if we can make this cobblestone. Uses, bam. Yeah, that's enough. So we needed, well, it's just 7, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. We will chuck this stuff into here. And let's get this burning. And we'll make the cauldron out of that soon. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to check my messages while this is burning. Actually, I mean, I could be actually mining some of this while I wait. Oh, getting very hungry though. Can you cook these into food as well? Petrified acorn. Okay, yeah. Acorns seem to be the thing that you get the least of compared to the resin. But, I mean, what can you use the resin for? What do you use this resin for? Seared stone. Dirt resin. What do you use this resin block for? Liquid dirt. What do you use liquid dirt for? Molten clay. Okay. So I guess there is some uses and stuff for it. But I do need to get this food. Gotta get that food. What do I want to use the most though? Because I'm just tossing up, because if I use the dirt for it, then I will... If I use the dirt acorn, then I'll be limiting the amount of dirt that I can be making. But obviously you can just grow more. I don't think there's really any winning. Though I guess at the start it kind of does hint, or sorry, in the book it does kind of hint, you know, with the eat dirt, that maybe you should just be using those ones. Just using dirt acorns for it. There we go. Stone cauldron. Okay. Chuck it over here? No, because I want to be able to access that. I guess it makes sense to chuck that over there. Got our water. Excellent. Alright, and how much bone meal do we need? We need 8, I think. Gravel. Alright, tell you what, we'll save this for next time. Alright. Also saving getting food for next time as well. Okay, maybe I should write myself a sign just to remind myself so I don't fucking forget. Because that's quite likely. And just a classic sign. And put it over here. Okay, so next episode, dirt farm for dirt and food, gravel to bone. And I'd say that's pretty much it for what we're going to plan next. Wonderful. I'll see myself and maybe someone else next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.